Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Cooking Homemade with Jill. I am Jill, and I got to tell you, you probably can't see. I'm sporting my new made in Italy, totally Italian apron that my friend brought back from her trip to Italy. She and her husband just came back a little bit ago, and she gifted me this lovely apron. I love it. I'm going to wear it all the time. So thank you for that. So today, let me give you a little bit of backstory about what we're doing today. A few days ago, one of my many cousins on my mom's side came down and gifted me. Oh, hold on, I gotta show you. This is too cute. Sorry, this is totally off the. I have no skills. So anyway, she gifted me my grandmother's recipe box with a bunch of recipes. Now, this is no way all of her recipes. I'll tell you, the woman was a prolific cook and baker and did a great job, but these have got to be from the 50s and 60s, you know, when, maybe you don't know, when Jell-O molds were the thing, and there are a lot of Jell-O mold recipes in here. The most disgusting one that I had the mischance of having to eat was a lime Jell-O mold with cottage cheese and carrots, I think, in it. There might have been some pineapple snuck in. I mean, it was just appalling. But anyway, she has all these recipes. They're totally a riot. Some are handwritten. A lot of them are, cut out from old newspapers. It's just great. So anyway, one of the recipes in here is very cool, and it's for an English muffin loaf. And this is a Fleischmann's ad, really, basically. It says, Fleischmann's Yeast presents English muffins in a loaf. Well, I've made English muffins for years and love them. In fact, I gift them to my friend because homemade English muffins are so much better than store-bought, right? But I've never seen a recipe for a loaf. This is out of some magazine, probably Ladies' Home Journal or Better Homes and Gardens. Those are my Graham's favorites. So this recipe in its original format makes 2 loaves. So I've cut the recipe in half, and I'm only going to make one. I think Fleischmann's was trying to sell yeast because this calls for 2 packets of Fleischmann's yeast if you make the 2-loaf version. And the other scary thing in here is it's a riot. There are microwave oven directions. I don't know that I would do that. And it does say the surface of the loaf will be flat and pale in color. Well, I just bet it will be. So anyway, we're going to get going and make a loaf of English muffins in a loaf. So let me show you what I've got here. Come on in and let me tip you down a bit. You can admire my apron. In my stand mixer, right now I have a 1.5 cups. You know what, if I plugged it in, I bet it will even go when I need it to. I have a 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, into which I'm going to put some sugar. I think that's the sugar. Some salt. I'll read the rest of the ingredients at the end because you need to watch to the end because I need view time. Thank you. This is a little bit of baking soda. That goes in there. Get all of that. And the yeast. Pew. Pow. And it goes. So I'm going to just kind of mix that around a little bit to incorporate some of that. And to that, I've got here some milk and water mixed in. So I'm going to just add that right in there. The cool thing with this is there's no kneading. Yeah, I'm all for that. So come on over and look. If you can see what's going on in here. All right, kind of goppy. And this is another 1.5 cups of flour that I'm gonna just sprinkle away in there. And we have flour bombs everywhere. All right. And that's supposed to make a stiff dough. Ooh, and it will. You see that going away in there? Oh wow, this is cool. I may make this all the time. We'll see how it comes out. Okay, I'm thinking that's pretty good. Right? Oh, and it is indeed. There's nothing in the bowl. It's literally all on the beater heat. Oh, goodness. All right. I'm sure that's okay. Whoa. A little heavy, too. Here, I got to back you up. So, all right. Good job. So, over here, I'm going to just set that right there. This is it's an 8 by, an 8 by, an 8.5 by 4.5 loaf pan. And, oh, jeez. Hold on, I gotta disentangle this glob stuff. Oh God, this may be another one of those videos that doesn't quite make it onto YouTube, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Woo-hoo. All right. So anyway, my loaf pan I have greased, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's been greased and coated with, I use semolina. The recipe calls for cornmeal. I use that because, again, as I say, I make English muffins every now and then, and traditionally I think they're coated with semolina. So I'm sorry, I'm lefty. I'm going to block everything, but oh, now it's stuck to the pan. Man, this is sticky. Whee! And it goes. Whoop-de-doo. So if this will spread out, oh my. Okay. Oh God, Grandma, where'd she get these recipes? I don't know. So there. Get that into the four corners here in any kind of a, are you able to see this? Hopefully. Maybe this is a bigger pan. I didn't really measure. It might be 5. It might be a 9 by 5. Oh well, we're going to have a smaller loaf. So anyway, got it in here, and I'm going to just sprinkle the top with some more semolina. I should measure this pan, and then I'm basically done. It's going to go into my proofing oven, and the directions say let it raise for 45 minutes. I find it goes much faster in my proofer. So I'm going to probably cover this with something just for the heck of it. And it goes. And I will check it in about a half hour and see where we are. And then we will come back and pop this puppy in the oven and see what happens when it's finished cooking. So I will be back in a while. So we're back, and the English muffin loaf is out of the oven. It's been cooling here for a few minutes, and I'm about to cut into it. Now, clearly I've used the wrong size pan, or this would have been a much higher, little smaller loaf. But I don't think that's going to affect how this thing tastes at all. So I'm going to cut off the end piece and try an inner slice because it's still warm. It probably should cool more. Yeah, it's really quite warm still, but it's, I don't know if you can see that. Looks a little English muffin-y to me. Ooh, ooh. I'm going to put just a little bit of butter on it. And give it a taste test. You do want to see me chew this up, maybe, I don't know. Tastes like an English muffin to me. But this is really good. So, you know what? It might be a good alternative to, if you don't want to make a whole batch. Talking with my mouth full. If you don't want to make a whole bunch of English individual ones, it takes some time to do that. This would be a good alternative. So, here's the recipe. Now, this recipe makes 2 loaves, 2. So it's 2 packages of active dry yeast, 6 cups of unsifted flour, a tablespoon of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 cups of milk, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/2 cup of water, and either cornmeal or semolina for coating. So there you go. And you should use an 8.5 by 4.5 inch pan if you have it, to put it in, and grease it, and then coat the pan with the cornmeal or semolina, and then pop it in the oven at 400 degrees for 25 minutes, which is almost what I baked this at. Was almost, and my oven's hotter and faster. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. And I appreciate your tuning in. I think next time we're going to be making some tiramisu. Ooh, never made that before either, so that'll be fun. Thanks for joining me, and please like and follow and tell your friends. See you next time.